Welcome to our November Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting. Welcome. We have a great crowd tonight. I'm going to ask Alderman Bryant to do the prayer, then we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance, and we'll get into our agenda. Everybody stand, please.
Let's pray. Lord, we thank you for this time to come back and do the city's business. Pray, God, to be with each one is here. Everybody's represented, God. Just pray you be with us as a city. Thank you for all your blessings, God. We just thank you for everything that our employees does for the city. We just thank you, God, for having such a good city to live in. Lord, we just pray that whatever we would do here tonight would be in your will. Pray, God, if there's any unspoken prayer request here tonight, God, that you'd look on that. Thank you, God, for the individuals and all the people we have here from our school system. Lord, we just thank you for them being here. God, we just thank you for what they've been able to do this year. Lord, we're thankful that we can recognize them in a small part of what they've accomplished this year. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First order, we'll do our adoption of our agenda. Anybody have any changes or corrections? If not, this will stand. Next is a review of our regular meeting minutes, October 8th, 2019. Does anybody have any corrections or changes? No. If not, those will be entered into the record. First, we'll start with our reports. We are fortunate to have Carolyn Denton from the Fayettville Lincoln County Chamber of Commerce.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to be here tonight on behalf of the Chamber. Well, what's on everybody's mind right now is Host of Christmas Past, and we had a great weekend. It was great weather. It really feels like Christmas out there right now, but it felt pretty good this weekend, so we appreciate everybody for turning out for that. Also wanted to recognize our Oversight Committee, Lauren Honey, Christy Gentry, Donna Gill, and Jennifer Swindle. And also our committees, we want to say a big appreciation to them. For events is Donna Gill, sponsorships, Jennifer Swindle, vendors, Donna Hartman. Music on the bandstand is Sandra Arnold. Public safety is Kobe Templeton. The cemetery stroll, Caitlin Allen and Phyllis Hicklin. Luminaries was Dan Owen. And our MC for the weekend was Dean Bevels. We also appreciate all of our sponsors and the hundreds of volunteers that it took to put this festival on. We appreciate the city sponsorship and the help of all the departments, from the police department to public works, and the rec department and the fire department pitched in and was a huge help to us. So we really appreciate everyone's help. It will air on FPU Channel 6 on Wednesday night at 8:30, so we look forward to watching it back. And we also appreciate all of the articles that the Valley Times had leading up to the festival, and the pictures that were in this week's paper. And there's a very nice article or a letter to the editor from a lady out of town that was in the paper today. So we do have merchandise left still available: t-shirts, mugs, and porcelain ornaments. Also, I'd like to thank everyone that was able to attend our banquet last month. Our honorees were, individual member was Representative Pat Marsh. Our nonprofit organization of the year was the Fabulous 50 Show, and for-profit business of the year is Marvin's Family Restaurant. Also, put December the 12th on your calendar, please. That will be Local Government Day. We will be calling on everybody to take part in that day and meet the class and be able to share all of the great things that are going on with the city government. We'll also be participating with CGI Communications, the video company that you all are working with. Our Student Advisory Board has toured the Lincoln County Jail and CNS Plastics. Next week we'll be going to the water treatment plant. And I also wanted to remind everybody, while I have the opportunity, that December the 6th is the deadline to be a mentor for Tennessee Promise. We lack 8 mentors, having the 52 that are needed. You can sign up with TennesseeAchieves.org or call me at the chamber, and I'll be glad to send a link to anybody that needs it. But it's a very rewarding organization and doing a lot of good for the youth of our community. So we encourage everybody to take part in that. That's my report.
Well, I'll just state, because I know Lauren's going to come up in a minute, but I just felt like it was a fantastic host this year. The weather was perfect. I think everybody, all the vendors, all the shop owners, the craft shows at the high schools did fantastic. We just had kind of a steady crowd all day, and I think everybody, I couldn't have gone better, I felt.
Thank you. Thank you. We enjoyed putting it on.
Next up, we have Fayettville Main Street. Lauren.
Good evening. Thank you all for having me here tonight on behalf of Fayettville Main Street. Our 2019-2020 teen board is kicking off and really coming together. We have 8 students this year, and they are all awesome. They're super talented and energetic, and we're excited to have them a part of our teen board. I know last time when I spoke, we were kind of almost wrapping up the Fayetteville's First Friday, and we did that with the October month. It was a 6-month series, and I know I've said it before, but it totally exceeded our board's expectations. So we are really excited about bringing it back next year, and with the possibility of extending it more than 6 months. So just stay tuned for that. And then, like Miss Carolyn said, the Host of Christmas Past was this past weekend. You couldn't have asked for better weather. It was just beautiful all day. It kicked off Friday with the tree lighting at 5, and then ended Sunday with a food truck rally. And this was my first year of being a part of the host board, and it was wonderful. I had a great time being a part of everything. Fayettville Main Street did sponsor the high tea event this year. We brought it back. It had 1 year off last year, but we decided to bring it back, and it was a lovely event. Everyone seemed like they had a great time. Thank you to the First Baptist Church for allowing us to use their gym free of charge, and thank you to our board member, Miss Deborah Souter. She did all of the prep work, the majority of the prep work, and the food prep as well. So thank you to her. We also sponsored the Photos with Santa this year. It was filled with lots of children and families, and it's been exciting to see pictures on Facebook of all of those. Thanks to Studio 419 by Missy. She was the photographer. And then also thank you to the Bank of Lincoln County for letting us use their house for that event. And then Fayetteville Main Street has a new event that is coming up this Saturday, January 18th. This is a fundraiser that we are doing for Fayetteville Main Street. It is a masquerade ball, and we are very excited about it. It's going to be held at Magnolia Mall, like I said, Saturday, January 18th. We just got booked. We booked dueling pianos to be the entertainment, and then tickets go on sale next week, so stay tuned for that. If you don't follow us on Facebook or Instagram already, I encourage you to do so to get more information regarding that event. And then just a save the date for Saturday, April 18th will be the 6th annual Slawburger Festival. But other than that, that's all I have to report. Just, again, thank you so much for everything that you do and continue to do with helping us with our downtown area.
And once again, thank you for everything Main Street did in regards to host. Just a great day.
Yeah, thanks.
Great weekend.
Thank you.
Next, we have Dr. Janine Wilson of the Fayettville City School System.
Well, I brought a few people with me tonight, and I appreciate the opportunity to be with you tonight and to brag on some folks. I brought Nora Kate Sumner's with me from Ralph Askins. She's going to tell us a few things. And I brought Vincent Rulander from FMS, and he's going to tell us about some things going on at the middle school. And I brought Aaron Bradford and Will Ellis from the high school. And then I brought our undefeated football team with me. So you're going to talk about them later. So we'll get to Nora Kate. Come here, honey. She's going to tell us some things going on at Ralph Askins.
Fall Blast is Thursday, November 14th from 3:30 to 6:30 p.m. Join us for carnival games and a silent auction. Our annual chili and hot dog supper is also Thursday, November 14th from 4 to 6 p.m. Join us for that as well. Also, Superintendent's Day is Thursday, November 14th. Congratulations to our one and only Janine Wilson. We have a refined and social men's group for 4th grade boys. The club focuses on manners, etiquette, and life skills such as handshaking, maintaining eye contact, opening doors, addressing elders, how to tie a tie, how to correctly raise, lower, and fold a flag, focusing on the needs of others, along with other life skills which are important in life. We have a Glamour Girls group, which are for our 4th grade girls. The curriculum includes age-appropriate social etiquette, communication skills, table manners, cell phone etiquette, and much more. Our 4-H meeting is this week, where our 4th graders will be sharing their poster projects, highlighting what we think 4-H does for young people. We are also inviting families to Thanksgiving lunch next week. We have Thanksgiving lunch next Tuesday and Wednesday. We always welcome the community to come and see the great things happening at Ralph Askins.
Thank you very much.
Good job. Okay, Vincent? Vincent Rulander from middle school.
All right. Our Beta Club this year traveled to Pigeon Forge in September. We competed in rapid response and won. Our team comprised of Ella Murdoch, Hannah Martin, Maddie Seals, Casey Martinez, and myself. We also won in lead outside of the box. Their team was made up of Emily Sweeney, Akira Askins, Trista Warren, and Danica Shockley. Our team received a plaque for being a leadership school. I was one of the 3 who was picked for being a leadership representative, so I'll go back next year and help run the summit. Because of our wins, we now qualify to go to Houston, Texas this year and compete in the Nationals.
Congratulations.
Erin Bradford and Will Ellis.
Good evening. It's great to be here tonight. My name is Erin Bradford and this is Will Ellis. And we are the co-presidents of the FHS Beta Club. So far this year, we have done several things to help benefit our club and community. A few of those things include helping and participating in The Sun is Always Present, the silent reflection walk held by First Presbyterian Church, and we are watching kids at Ralph Askins during PTO meetings, and we have recently honored our bus drivers, custodians, by serving them breakfast, and we have collected candy to donate to Junior's House back during Halloween. We have had several events coming up this month. Later this week, members of the club will be helping with Ralph Askins' Fall Blast, and we're going to begin collecting food items for our annual turkey boxes. The turkey boxes are to serve Thanksgiving meals to families that are in need.
The week before Thanksgiving break, several members will be traveling to Opryland Hotel to compete in Beta State Convention. We have been preparing various talents for this event. In order to pay for the experience, we had a fundraiser. We sold bundt cakes to family and friends. There is so much going on in our Beta Club right now. We can't wait until spring for more opportunities to go forth.
Thank you.
Thank you both of you.
As you can see, we have some of the best and brightest and some of the most talented. And I'm pleased that they could share my report with you. Do you have any questions?
Anybody have any questions?
I have a comment. I noticed that a lot of what they shared is to help other people.
Yes, we have committed to do that, and I'm proud of them for that commitment.
And I noticed a comment the young lady made on eye contact. I bet there's some football players here tonight would like to make some contact.
I think they did a good job of that, don't you?
Great job.
And I want to say one thing, and we appreciate everything Johnny Hill has done for us in the past couple of weeks.
He's a good one.
Can't say enough about him. He's a smart fellow. Thank you for having us, and I know you have more to say to our football boys. So
Thank you.
we'll do that later.
Thank you. We'll go to our standing committee reports. We'll start with the fire department. Chief Baldwin is out today, so Captain Smart's taking his place.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. For the month of October, we had 109 calls with an average response time of 3 minutes, 4 seconds. We had 459 hours of training, 2 public education events, 35 people attending. Myself and Captain Kimbrough both completed and passed fire investigator. Captain Kimbrough and myself also completed Company Officer Academy in Alpharetta, Georgia. Captain Kimbrough passed pumper driver operator, so he's commissioned in that. Engineer Brandon Gentry also passed Fire Instructor 1. And 2018, we had 1,044 calls of service. As of 10/31/19, we have already reached 1,095 calls this year. So our call volume's going up. And that's my report, Mayor.
Thank you for your report. We'll go to the Police Department. Chief Howell.
Thank you, Mayor. For the month of October, we had 104 reportable incidents of TBI, made 42 arrests, issued 31 citations with a total police activity of 1,018. That's my report, Mayor.
Thank you. Go to the Finance Department. Ms. Rozelle.
Yes, sir. Everybody should have received their 2019 tax bills by now. And if you have not received them, please come by the municipal building or give us a call so that we can do some checks on the mailing addresses and all and see why those haven't been gotten to you and get you a copy of those. And also TCA code requires that every city have either a certified municipal finance officer or a CPA equivalent or designee. I am excited to announce that I have now, as of October 30th, completed my CMFO certification. And so the city will stay within compliance.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We'll go to the Recreation Department. Mr. Mitchell.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor. Our annual Halloween happening this year was a big success. We reached out and joined and had like a trunk or treat to join with us. I think between businesses and different organizations, we had like 20 different ones volunteers set up, so it was very good success. Our haunted trails in the woods, they went very well. First opening night, we had to postpone it because of the weather, so it kind of hurt us the next weekend because it was so cold. But I think that's something definitely will grow every year. We just finished up with all the electrical work that's been done at Stonebridge Park. We've had a lot of power outlets around the interior, around the stage area, this, that, and the other. And Rose Electric just finished up on that. At the end of this week, we're going to start putting up the Christmas lights at the park, get it decorated, get it ready to go. The men on the outside have started winterizing some of the areas that bathrooms are not used a whole lot because of this cold front. We have a CPR class coming up November 16th at the Rec Center from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Our bright lights and festive nights, we're still accepting applications for the Christmas trees on it. The light-up ceremony will be December 6th at 6:30 for that event. Then our annual Christmas parade is coming up December 7th at 5 p.m. And that's my report, Mr. Mayor.
6:30 at Stonebridge Park on
Yes, sir.
December 6th on the light up. We look
Yes,
forward
sir.
to that. Thank you. Public Works, Mr. Plunkett.
Thank you, Mayor. Month of October, we had 249 ton of trash, 123 ton yard waste. We will not be running, we'll be closed the 28th and the 29th this month. 28th garbage will be picked up on the 29th.
Okay.
Put it out on Wednesday night, put it out on Thursday night, and we'll pick it up Friday morning.
Okay.
I'd like to ask everyone to keep their carts out on the night before. And with bad weather coming upon us, we could have delays. If it's not picked up at the same time, don't panic, we will be there. That's my report, Mayor.
You have any issues this morning with the cold weather or the?
Cold.
It's cold. That's right. Everybody. Thank you. We'll go to Planning and Codes. Ms. Gentry.
Thank you, Mayor. 16 permits were issued in October. The project valuation was $1,396,961.42. The fees totaled $4,677.32. We have several new construction projects going on along Huntsville Highway. Rick's Barbecue and Speedway are moving right along. And our McDonald's is going to be doing a full remodel in the next couple of months. So we have a lot of construction going on the main thoroughfare. For property maintenance, currently in 2019, over 850 property maintenance violations have been logged. And the main focus for the winter months will be on blighted buildings and inoperable vehicles. I wanted to give a brief update on the downtown master plan. The Walker Collaborative is currently drafting the master plan document, and they'll be getting the draft back to us for feedback and critiques in mid-January, and hope to complete the project sometime in March.
Thank you. We'll go Mr. Collins with the City Administrator's report.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to start out by congratulating our Finance Director for completing her CMFO. That's a very challenging course, and she excelled at it, and of course kept us in compliance with the Comptroller's Office. Also received some great news from our friends at the Dyken and Goodman Corporation. The deed for the soccer fields is en route to us. It's been signed off in Japan and Houston, and it's coming to us to be registered in the City of Fayetteville's name. Meeting with some Goodman officials Thursday to put together plans for a deed presentation ceremony so we can properly convey our thanks for this very generous gift. Phase 1 of the Greenway project is continuing to move on despite the weather. We lost about a week of construction time on building the bridge foundations due to the dam release, but they were able last week to get they worked yesterday and was able to get the forms constructed and the rebar put in, and they hope to be pouring concrete by the end of this week. Phase 2, we did get notice today that we can proceed on with the notice to proceed for construction, even though the deed on the state easement has not yet been recorded. The state officials said go ahead and proceed, but we still have to get the green light from TDOT. But we hope to be ready to go to bed finally on that one within a week or two. Camp Blunt, we did go to bid with Phase 1 developments. Unfortunately, the bids came in a little over budget, so we're working with our engineers and some others in an effort to review the information and probably be rebidding that within the next week or so. And we have a very important meeting with the Deputy Commissioner of TDOT and Chief Engineer Paul Deggs on November 20th to discuss additional funding for the William D. Jones project. As y'all know, this has been a project 13 years in the making, and in order to do the road right, it's currently a little over $300,000 over available funding. So we're going to appeal to the Deputy Commissioner in hopes he can find us some alternative funding to enhance that project and finally complete it. And lastly, I just want to thank the Board of Mayor and Alderman for bringing such a distinguished group in here tonight. It's a true honor to be in a room full of champions, and we appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, Mayor.
Well, going back to the Camp Blunt for a moment, for some in the committee may have seen, but there's a small is a bronze bust of what the statue, the full statue is going to look like, and it was at the City Hall. I don't know if it's over still in Mr. Delap's office over at the county courthouse, but it's going to be a beautiful statue when it's said and done. And I know the city will probably get one for us, and but it's going to be really, really nice entranceway for that going forward. So thank you for your report.
Thank you, sir.
We'll go into, there's no unfinished business. We'll go into new business. Item A, Fayettville City School System Budget Amendment FY 2020 Food Service. We talked about this in finance and the work session. The city school system is asking for a budget amendment of $90,500 for a freezer door replacement and tilt skillet brazen pan at Fayettville City High School. So I just need a motion.
Move to approve, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Ms. Martinez?
Aye.
That item is passed. Item B, Resolution R-1912, request from the Fayetteville Public Utilities Board, refinance an existing bond of $3,120,000 that will save $109,000, between $109,000 and $110,000. Will not extend the existing life of the bond, which was 2024. This is for the electrical system. We discussed this in finance. Mr. Dye and Ms. Posey came and explained it. The interest rate's like 1.79 on that. And I just need, and we also talked about this in the work session. Just need a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
Any comments, discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Ms. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
That item passed. Before I move to the next item, I just want to mention that while we're talking about FPU, that they did receive a letter, and we received a letter at the city that in New York, S&P verified their bond rating as A+. So in very good standing with our bonds at the time. Just wanted to make that for the record. Item C, ADA transition plan. Last month, we voted going forward, we're required, the state's requiring municipalities, communities to come up with an ADA transition plan, making sure that we are compliant with sidewalks, buildings, structures that are from the Disabilities Act that was passed back about 1990. Originally, we talked about this in finance and work session. Mr. Collins said we'd put about $55,000 in the budget. After review of the buildings and the sidewalks, the firm that's doing this for us came back is asking for an additional $16,000 to complete this effort, for us to have a plan set by what, March of 2020, is that correct? And so we just need a motion to pass this.
Motion to approve the increase in funding.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Ms. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
That item passed. Item D, this is a little interesting because we're actually going to vote on a permit for something that happened a couple days ago, but we talked about this in the work session. The Carriage House players have purchased a building right behind us on Market Street, and they had an event there where we blocked the road off. Just for official purposes, we want to go ahead and pass this permit.
I move to approve.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Ms. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
That item passed. Item E, City of Fayetteville Annual Christmas Parade for December 7th. It's an annual event, one of the highlights in our community. We've asked the football team to be the ambassadors of our parade this year. Need a motion on this item.
So
Move to
moved,
approve.
Mayor.
Second.
Second.
Second, Mr. Bryant. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Ms. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
That item passed. Item F, Silent Reflection Walk permit for September 27, 2020. Some of you may have participated in this. We had this earlier. This is Ms. Sheila Rico had come this past year, wanted awareness for suicide or people in our community that need help. So the first event was a great event, very well participated, and they want to go ahead and get this permit passed for the event next September. Just need a motion on this item.
Motion to approve, Mayor.
Second.
Second.
Second, Alderman Martinez. Any discussion? Pam, call the roll, please.
Ms. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Item passed. Item G, Resolution R-1913, a resolution honoring the 2019 Fayetteville High School football players and coaches that finished 10-0 on the field during the regular season. I'll read the proposed resolution, then we'll take a motion and a second on it, and then Anybody has any comments? We welcome any comments from the board. A resolution honoring the 2019 Fayetteville High School Tigers football team and coaches. Whereas the Board of Mayor and Alderman deems it appropriate to pass this resolution honoring the 2019 Fayettville High School Tigers football team and coaches for performing with uncommon commitment and achieving exceptional success. And whereas under the leadership of first-year coach Kenny Morrison and his coaching staff, the 50 members of the Fayetteville High School football team began work during the summer of 2019 on a mission to build a successful football program for the 2019 season. And whereas in preseason polls, the Fayettville High School team was projected to finish the season in last place in its district, whereas the Tiger football team began its season with an impressive 33-6 win over Class AA Marion County on August 23, 2019 on a soggy night on Tiger Hill. And whereas the Tiger football team next traveled to Columbia on August 30, 2019, where it notched its second win of the season over Zion Christian Academy by a score of 43-12. And whereas the Tiger football team returned to Tiger Hill the following week, defeating district rival Huntland on September 6, 2019 by a score of 20-14. And whereas the Tiger football team returned to the road, earning a win September 13, 2019 over district rival Mount Pleasant by a score of 26-7. And whereas the Tiger football team next traveled to Moore County on September 20, 2019, where it defeated another district rival by a score of 27-14. And whereas the Tigers football team returned to Tiger Hill on September 27, 2019, earning a 31-13 victory over another district team, Richland. Whereas the Tiger football team completed district play on Tiger Hill on October 4, 2019, vanquishing district rival Cornersville, runner-up to the 2018 state championship, by a score of 28-14 to complete a perfect season in district play. And whereas the jubilation of the Tiger football team was experiencing after its great win was cut short by the tragic news the following day of the loss of a friend, an integral member of the team, Tate Tootin. Whereas the Tiger football team and coaches coalesced on and off the field to honor their fallen teammate and friend, and whereas the Tigers football team returned to action on October 18, 2019 with a 30-17 road win over Gordonsville. Whereas the Tiger football team celebrated senior night on Tiger Hill on October 24, 2019 with a 41-14 round of defending state champion Whitwell. Whereas the Tiger football team completed its season on November 1, 2019 with a 43-13 win over Sail Creek, played at UTC's Finley Stadium in Chattanooga. Whereas the 2019 Fayettville High School football team completed its undefeated season, having scored 322 total points, while holding its opponents to 124 total points. Whereas as Tigers wins mounted during the season, the Fayettville Tiger football team ascended to the state Division 1A polls, reaching 4th place, ranking in the AP Division 1A state poll and topping other polls. Whereas Tiger football team player Ja'Kias Clark was named the Regional 5 Most Valuable Player, and Cavante Thomason was chosen to play in the Tennessee East-West All-Star Classic. Whereas throughout the season, the Tiger football team was buoyed by the support from its cheerleaders, members of the Fayettville High School band, and all those came to games to support the Tigers or listen to the radio broadcast of the games. Whereas throughout the season, even in the face of unimaginable tragedy and adversity, the members of the Fayettville High School Tiger football team and their coaches persevered with character, dignity, and honor that reflected well on the program, the school, and the city of Fayetteville as a whole. Whereas the 2019 Fayetteville High School football team exemplifies the spirit, character, dedication, and commitment to excellence for which we should all strive. Now therefore be resolved that the Board of Mayor and Alderman of the city of Fayetteville honors the 2019 Fayetteville High School Tiger football team, its coaches, and all others who contributed to their attaining a perfect 10-0 season, and thanking them on their contributions to their school and the city of Fayetteville. And be it further resolved that the Board of Mayor and Alderman extends to each of the members of the 2019 Fayettville High School football team its sincerest wishes for their continued success, academically and athletically. Be it further resolved by the Board of Mayor and Alderman that this resolution of respect and esteem be spread upon the minutes of the Board, and that a copy be forwarded to Fayettville High School Principal Adam McCormick this 12th day of November 2019. Can I have a motion on this, please?
Mr. Mayor, I move we approve Resolution R19-13.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, I've got a little bit, well, knowing me, it could be more a little bit, but maybe not. We would like to have had in this resolution, one thing for sure you really accomplished, you won the region. We couldn't put it in here, and I think we all know why. We would love to have had you as state champions. And more than likely, it would have been in here. Because I believe that's where he's headed. I really do. We couldn't put this in here because of various reasons. But I mean, you know, you deserved it. We know you want it. I'm going to do something real quick. The mayor will allow me. It's completely out of character. If you don't mind, I'm going to read something, okay? It's not going to hurt nobody's feelings. Because I can either read this or I can get on a rant, and I won't set a very good example. So I'm going to read this right here. There was and this is out of character for me. You got to know now. Nobody's ever heard me do anything like this before. Dorothy's going to know what I'm reading here. She's going to. It was a song quite a long time back. Y'all probably wouldn't know who this fellow was, but it's called My Way. That's what the song was called. And I'm going to read a few of the verses and just kind of think about what these verses really says and how they apply to each one of you individuals and as a team and as a school. Frank Sinatra's My Way. Some more people sung it too. We could ask Dorothy, she could have sung it.
I don't think so.
All right. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each chartered course, each careful step along a byway. And much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all and I stood tall and I did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed, I've cried. I've had my fill, I've had my share of losing. And now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way, oh no, not me, I did it my way. For what is man, what has he got? If not himself, then he has naught. To say the things he truly feels and not the words of the one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and I did it my way. You did it your way. That's all I got. Thank you.
I'd like to add how proud I am of each and every one of you and how proud I am to be a part of this Tiger Nation.
I just want to say congratulations. It was a joy to watch you play. I was at, I would say, maybe about 6 of your games. What you did on the field was phenomenal. That's what they can never take away from you. I mean, what you did on the field. I want to compliment Coach Morrison and the staff. This year, you've experienced every emotion a team would experience. You've experienced the joy and the jubilation, and then the gut-wrenching of losing a teammate, and then persevering, and then the adversity. Those are all life lessons that are going to carry you forward. So you keep your head held high, and I hope for the seniors, which I hate for the most, that you couldn't do the playoffs, that you mentor the younger ones for what they can do in your stead. All of you will be successful as you go forward. Like I said, it's life lessons. So we have the resolution here framed. Come down. Coach Morrison, can you come up, please? Right there.
Mayor, we didn't take that vote.
Oh, we take that vote. We take that vote. Pam, call the roll, please.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Allen?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Hartman?
Aye.
Ms. Martinez?
Aye.
We just had a few closing comments, so everybody stay real quick and we can get the team picture.
Good, Daddy. Wonderful.
We'll go into our closing comments. I'll start with Alderman Martinez.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Chris reminded me to remind all y'all to come to the rec center after the parade to eat and to continue to check out Parks and Rec's Facebook on the new events and updates. And the Christmas parade is December 7th at 5 o'clock. And what a privilege it is to have again the Fayettville High School as the grand marshals in the parade.
I just want to say thanks to everyone for coming out and enjoying the Host of Christmas Past. I had a great time working with Lauren and Carolyn on this. And, you know, I talked to a lot of the vendors as I was setting up on Saturday morning, and they were so amazed at our city because we had vendors from out of states come in, and they were just in awe of our building, our downtown. So we do have something here to be proud of, and we need to take care of it. Congratulations, Tigers. I know you've had some tough lessons this year.
Just want to say thanks to everyone for such a great host, like everybody's saying, and to the Tiger football team. The mayor shocked me when he said that we were picked to come in last in the district. I've never known the City Tigers to be last in anything, so thank you for proving them wrong on that. Y'all had a great year, and congratulations on that.
Vice Mayor?
Waiting for you to say something. Just like to congratulate the host festival and everyone involved, and for all the merchants that shared in it and all the success that they had. Congratulations to the students, coaches, all of you for a job well done on the football field.
I just wanted to say congratulations to the team, of course. I also wanted to thank your administration, Dr. Wilson, and everybody that stood behind you guys. I hope you guys felt the love and the support that y'all, the people behind you. You could not ask for a better support team. And I know I'm proud to be part of that family. I'll remind everybody about the Christmas parade on December the 7th. And hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving and spends time with family and friends.
You all did it y'all's way this year. Go out there and do it next year. Do it next year. Don't let this get you down. That's what some of this might be about. Don't let it happen. Do it next year. Thank you.
I want to mention one of the highlights of this weekend is that the Warrior Project has officially moved from the rec center onto the square down by right next to the art studio close to Cornbread's. And they had a little opening last Thursday, and I think today was the official opening. And for those, Alderman Hartman was there the other night, I was there. It is a beautiful, beautiful building, display, and it's just the unity of a lot of different efforts that brought that together. And so there's a plaque that we will display that was given to me by Linda Williams and the board, thanking us for our contribution. Mr. Newman got one at the county. And then Mike Davis and the trustees just did a phenomenal job of renovating that building. And there's a, South Central has a grant that's allowing a couple people to work down there during the week, and that pays for that. So just a lot of great joint effort, prayer effort went into that, and I encourage everybody to go to that. I wanted to mention that basketball season at the high school starts November 21st at home. We have 3 players currently playing Division I sports that you can probably see on TV. Julius Dixon is at Morehead State, Nick Hopkins is at Belmont, and Floyd Williams is at Freed Hardman. So you might turn the dial one day and see one of them and see how they're doing at the Division I level. So thank you all for coming tonight. We will recess, adjourn this meeting until December, and like I said, we'll get some, hold on a second, Coach Morrison, you got something?
Yeah, I wanted to say something.
Sure, come on up, Coach.
You caught me off guard, and John's already teared up from what you were saying, so I had to gather myself, but I just want to thank y'all for this. This is amazing. Like it's been said, the support that we've got throughout the tragic event, and then the unfortunate ending to our season has been amazing. And Mr. Hill, I want to thank you for fighting for us through this whole thing. Dr. Wilson, Mr. McCormick, and I want to thank my coaching staff. It wouldn't be possible unless you hire good people around you. And Dr. Wilson afforded me the opportunity to hire a great staff and keep a staff together that we had, and those guys are the reason that we are. And congratulations, young men, on what you've accomplished. It's amazing, and I want to just be sure to thank y'all, and I appreciate the community support. We didn't hear a negative word throughout any of this throughout the whole year. We appreciate that.
I want to highlight and stay there, son, Coach. Everybody thinks, somebody might think that Ja'Kias or somebody else is the fastest player on the team. Anybody was over at Finley Stadium after the game when they tried to pour the bucket on Coach Wilson? He didn't elude it once, not twice, 3 times. 3 times they tried to get the ice on you.
I told him a lesser athlete would have got wet.
Exactly. I mean, you had some moves. I mean,
a little bit left in the tank. Not
it was
much.
cold that night, so I guess. But anyway,
it was cold.
But anyway, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's right. All right. Thank you all. Have a good night.